Heartwrenching songs, groovy ones, addictive ones that make you stop everything you're doing, outstanding performances and plenty of hours of fun. In this episode, I bring you all of that and more into a small list feature just for you, featuring the best songs released by 2D groups and male Seiyuu artists in 2024. Let's kick off this episode of Seiyuu Lounge. Welcome to Seiyuu Lounge, I am your host Vanessa, and today's topic is the 10 best songs released by male Seiyuu artists and 2D groups in 2024. This is the type of episode in which I had to basically transform a list that I have here with over 100 songs released in 2024 into a brief list. So what can you expect in this episode? I'll be sharing with you which were the 5 best songs released by male Seiyuu artists and simultaneously, the 5 best songs by 2D groups, according to me. This distinction is made in order to celebrate both the projects and the solo artists active in the music industry. Please notice that I did not rank any of the songs in this episode because it is impossible. Depending on the day or what I want to experience or the energy boost I need, these songs may shuffle their ranks. I try to keep it to one entry per artist to give more exposure to a wider variety of artists. How did I choose the songs for this episode? Quality of the vocals, first and foremost. Quality of the instrumentals, how they convey a story or how well they do that. How unique they are, which is to say, not sounding like anything else out there. And how intricate they may be. Also, the best entries in the CD they are from. And overall enjoyment listening to the songs for the first time, but also after reviewing. As it is tradition with this type of feature, you will find an extended Spotify playlist with the songs that I consider the most impressive released this year. Please note that this playlist is only missing the artists that do not have music available on Spotify, but still, there are some songs and awesome ones for you to discover there. 5 best songs by 2D groups. Idolish 7 with Crazy Love, one of the grooviest songs ever released in the Idolish 7 franchise and an amazing display of the growth and maturity this group has gone through in the past couple of years. Crazy Love is one of those songs that, as soon as it starts playing, you know you're in for something amazing. I came across this song during the Review Advent Calendar 2024 video series, which, by the way, is ongoing at the time of recording this episode, so do not miss it on the YouTube channel. One song reviewed every day on video until Christmas. But as I was saying, I came across this song not even knowing what to expect. Yes, Idolish 7 has been amazing and has been releasing equally amazing songs in the past couple of years, bringing a more mature vibe to their bubbly pop sound. But I skipped the entirety of 2024 and didn't review any music of theirs, and I was not aware of what I was getting. Loungy beat, chill atmospheric synths, alluring vibes, punchy bassline and those amazing vocals? Oof! Idolish 7 didn't play around with Crazy Love. The chorus is my kryptonite, it is ridiculously addictive and stylish. This is easily the best song by a 2D group in 2024, hands down. Crave, ASAP. This song was instant love for me. This was the song that actually made me go online and instantly purchase the 2 EPs released by Crave up until now. ASAP caught my attention with its old school 90s hip-hop vibes mixed with R&B vocals. Honestly, this is the type of dance track you don't listen to commonly by a 2D group. The beat is massive in ASAP and oh boy, when the chorus kicks in and those funky guitars join in, it is pure bliss. This song is so stylish and mysterious at the same time, while keeping that intensity and high energy levels reserved for the vocals. And on the vocals, fans got to listen to Crave not only dazzling with groovy vocals, ad-libs, but also punchy rapping coming from Ayumu Murase and Makoto Furukawa. This song dropped so early in the year and almost a year later, it still sounds as fresh and addictive as when we all got to listen to it for the very first time. Lolo-D with Invisible Cross. It feels a bit bittersweet to talk about Lolo-D after the end of their activities basically, but weren't they absolutely amazing in 2024? Darkness, beautiful darkness, is something that Lolo-D excelled in, and in Deja Vu, the album including Invisible Cross, that was more obvious than ever. And let me tell you, Invisible Cross is there to make you cry, and cry some more to no end. If you thought that Dying Matter was sad, and it surely was heart-wrenching, you'll need to have your feelings in check for this one. This song is sorrowful and beautiful, masking darkness and in some way a loss that is not obvious but the vocals perfectly illustrate. It feels like a dark take on a waltz from a music composition side, something that I absolutely love. On top of these, the instrumental is one of the most intricate and fascinating by the talented trio, bringing the Czech Philharmonic Orchestra to actually play the full instrumental, which is insane when it comes to collaborations between 2D groups and well-known musicians or bands or orchestras. This was the treatment that Lolo-D's music was missing, and for me, this was the peak of their quality. Unbelievable song, beautiful music, and a spine-chilling set of performances will have you glued to your seat with a hand in the tissues to try to stop the tears from falling down. Anthos with Roughing Laughing. Is this even a surprise? Well, in 2024, Anthos was flawless, with 2 impressive albums bringing back their ethereal chill-out sound back to the spotlight with a mature approach. Roughing Laughing fully embraced future bass, a subgenre of EDM that has strong trap, dubstep and house influences, with a dash of funk on top to create a stylish song that refuses to leave my head. And honestly, a couple of weeks after basically reviewing it, I'm still not complaining. But while most of you will be grooving to the instrumental, for me the highlight in Roughing Laughing is not the instrumental. No. It's the vocals. Just listen to this song and notice how Anthos has one of the best main vocal lines in 2D music. It's unreal how high they go and how technical they are throughout this performance. This is easily one of the best performances in 2024 by a 2D group. Brave Child with Himitsu. Chill, loungy and intimate vibes. This is the tone of Brave Child's Himitsu, easily the best song released in the 8th season of Dear Vocalist's headliner CD series. Himitsu is loungy, groovy, danceable and incredibly sexy. This song is the definition of intimate when it comes to music composition. You can feel the want, the love, the attraction in Joshua's performance. And I'm a sucker for a good bassline plus a Rhodes piano plus brass, and this song actually delivers these in such a fun and addictive way. This song sounds made for the dance floor, but not just any dance floor. This is a dance floor just for you and Joshua as Brave Child plays in the background. It's this kind of vibe I got when I first listened to this song, and honestly, it still holds up. Fans of breakbeat, fun beats, and everything in between will love this song, as the beat is so groovy and the snare so snappy that you will find yourself dancing along to this song in no time. Rumors have it that I'm still bobbing my head to this song since I reviewed it. 5 best songs released by male Seiyuu artists. Well, first one is Soma Saito with Ame no Niwa. Honestly, I never expected to be saying this, but Soma Saito wrote a ballad, actually 2, in his 3rd full-length album Fictions, and this is one of the best songs of 2024. Soma Saito was, up until this release, a singer-songwriter that avoided writing ballads as he said he couldn't. However, Fictions is extremely experimental at some points, and within those individual stories, one for each song, comes Ame no Niwa, song that could have been part of Yin Yang or My Beautiful Valentine, and you wouldn't notice the difference in its solemn, dark and sad tone. This is also a song in which Saito showcases for the first time a display of falsetto with a genuinely powerful vibrato. Up until now, Saito's vibrato was mostly faked craftily, as he didn't have that technique nor the voice to achieve that. But for this song, he actually brought all his aces and delivered that, in which is one of the most impactful and beautiful performances in 2024 by a male Seiyuu artist. Seiyuu Chiba with Kanjuro. What a song to find in Seiyuu Chiba's long overdue solo debut, really. The talented singer-songwriter released his first EP as a debut, a really bold approach to a solo debut, let me tell you. And within that amazing EP, one of the best albums of the year is Kanjuro, a dance tune. Yes, you heard it well. Kanjuro is a dance song with funky wah-wah guitars, a steady warm beat, a punchy bass line, and all the chill and loungy vibes you could ask for, and some more. Also, on the vocal end, Seiyuu Chiba ensured that he reminded everyone just how amazing and versatile of a singer he is. He sings in R&B style, brings a little bit of traditional pop style of singing, and even finds some time to rap. This is one of the most confident performances of the year, and I'll continue saying this, one of the best debut songs in an album many anticipated would be only rock songs. Shunichi Toki with Treasure. Shunichi Toki cranked up the heat with one of the most stylish and romantic songs of 2024. Treasure brought back those early 90s hip-hop vibes and R&B style of singing. Something that I love about this song is its progression, especially the pre-chorus to chorus part, which is majestic in my opinion. I had this song on replay for a while after first listening to it, and I still do. This is the R&B tune by Shunichi Toki that I didn't know I needed, and honestly, I can't get enough of. The result, of course, is this is one of the best songs of 2024. From his beautiful falsetto to the clean English lyrics, the way R&B works with his sweet, gentle vocals, everything about Treasure will have you swooning. Kentito with Beat. Beat is an aesthetically pleasing song with plenty of cool things happening that kept me replaying it to no end. I was not expecting such a song to come from Kentito, but then again, he has brought city pop to his bold solo debut and has consistently brought awesome influences and sonorities to his repertoire. This song is a bundle of fun, it is unique, feels fresh, and it ticks all the right boxes for me when it comes to the sound, aesthetics, especially vaporwave, and then come those high notes in falsetto in the pre-chorus leading to the amazing chorus, and honestly, I'm head over heels with this song. I was already loving the unusual, distant future travel to nowhere vibe in this song, but those vocals completely locked me in to love this song even more than I expected. And that chorus, of course the chorus is a beauty, with longing guitar licks, painting the dreamy soundscape in a way that will make you want more and more. This was a song I had on repeat throughout the year, and I'm not even sorry by how much I contributed to Kentito's listener numbers on Spotify. And lastly, Tetsuya Kakihara with Give It To Me. Whenever Tetsuya Kakihara releases music, I'm there. He has shown in the past 4 years that he is up there as one of the best solo artists, having improved his singing to an unreal level of quality that makes his solo debut completely pale in comparison. Kakihara has been all about the maturity of his sound and himself as a singer and artist, and that shows in his music, and Give It To Me was no exception. This song is another good, inspired entry in his repertoire. It is filled with life and perfectly captures Kakihara's vibe as a solo artist right now, while further solidifying him as one of the most interesting and unique talents at Kiramune. Well, 2024 was all about the funky and groovy vibes with both 2D groups and solo artists fully embracing the fun of funk, disco, city pop and jazz. For me, this year, while not the most eventful, nor one in which I reviewed a lot of music, I still have too many albums to review, provided an amazing baseline in terms of the quality and variety of dance music, less focused on EDM and more on live instruments. We also had a good haul of ballads or songs with a darker tone, as well as awesome rock tunes and EDM tracks. Honestly, there was a little bit of everything going on, and I couldn't be happier about how much the music in almost all 2D music franchises has improved to a really ready to sell level to an audience that doesn't even know 2D music. This, of course, wasn't a ranked list, nor does it feature all the awesome songs I loved in 2024. However, in the description you will find a direct link to this year's playlist, which will continue to be updated in the next couple of weeks as I review a couple of CDs currently in my backlog. But enough about what I think. Tell me, which songs released this year had you on the edge of your seat or were on constant replay for you? Let me know in the comments on YouTube. Let me know and I'll be adding some of those to the playlist linked in this episode. And remember, leave your comments as complex or as simple as they may be, and you can be featured on upcoming episodes of Seiyuu Lounge. If you enjoyed this episode and don't want to miss the THTFHQ's weekly male Seiyuu and music-related content, hit the subscribe button. And if you are listening to this episode on a podcast listening platform, please consider following the podcast and leaving a review. Leaving a review is really simple and helps other people find this podcast and fall in love with male Seiyuu artists and 2D groups. I'll return next week with another episode of Seiyuu Lounge. Thank you for listening and see you guys around.